You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Count your age by friends, not years. Count your life by smiles, not tears. There are two basic motivating forces, fear and love. When we are afraid, we pull back from life. When we are in love, we open to all that life has to offer with passion, excitement, and acceptance. We need to learn to love ourselves first, in all our glory and our imperfections. If we cannot love ourselves, we cannot fully open to our ability to love others or our potential to create. Evolution and all hopes for a better world rest in the fearlessness and open-hearted vision of people who embrace life. I believe in everything until it's disproved. So I believe in fairies, the myths, dragons. It all exists, even if it's in your mind. Who's to say that dreams and nightmares aren't as real as the here and now? When I was 5 years old, my mother always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life. As usual, there is a great woman behind every idiot. The more I see, the less I know for sure. A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together is reality. One thing you can't hide is when you're crippled inside. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. I believe in God, but not as one thing, not as an old man in the sky. I believe that what people call God is something in all of us. I believe that what Jesus and Muhammad and Buddha and all the rest said was right. It's just that the translations have gone wrong. If everyone demanded peace instead of another television set, then there'd be peace. Living is easy, with eyes closed. Reality leaves a lot to the imagination. If someone thinks that peace and love are just a cliché that must have been left behind in the 60s, that's a problem. Peace and love are eternal. When you're drowning, you don't think, I would be incredibly pleased if someone would notice I'm drowning and come and rescue me. You just scream. It's weird not to be weird. I'm not going to change the way I look or the way I feel to conform to anything. I've always been a freak. So I've been a freak all my life and I have to live with that, you know. I'm one of those people. If being an egomaniac means I believe in what I do and in my art or music, then in that respect you can call me that. I believe in what I do, and I'll say it. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. For those of you in the cheap seats, I'd like you to clap your hands to this one. The rest of you can just rattle your jewelry. War is over. If you want it. Limitless undying love which shines around me, like a million suns it calls me on, and on across the universe. I'm not afraid of death, because I don't believe in it. It's just getting out of one car and into another. We all shine on like the moon and the stars and the sun. We all shine on a come on and on and on. When you do something noble and beautiful and nobody noticed, do not be sad. For the sun every morning is a beautiful spectacle, and yet most of the audience still sleeps. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as 1 inch. Nothing is real. I get by with a little help from my friends. Love is a promise, love is a souvenir, once given, never forgotten, never let it disappear. God is a concept by which we measure our pain. How can I go forward when I don't know which way I'm facing? Love is a flower, you got to let it grow. Whatever gets you through the night. The more real you get, the more unreal the world gets. Part of me suspects that I'm a loser, and the other part of me thinks I'm God Almighty. You don't need anybody to tell you who you are or what you are. You are what you are. Music is everybody's business. It's only the publishers who think people own it. We live in a world where we have to hide to make love, while violence is practiced in broad daylight. There are places I'll remember. All my life, though some have changed. Some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments. With lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life I've loved them all. Everything is clearer when you're in love. Remember to let her into your heart. Being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. It matters not who you love, where you love, why you love, when you love, or how you love. It matters only that you love. My role in society, or any artist's or poet's role, is to try and express what we all feel. Not to tell people how to feel. Not as a preacher, not as a leader, but as a reflection of us all.